Hey, it's Olga here from Degtyareva.com and Productivity for Scientists. This is where you overcome overwhelm, become productive, get in charge of your day while feeling happy in your life. And the topic of today's video is what to do with the pile of deadlines. This is when you have 2 or 3 deadlines by the end of the week or by the end of the month. And having one deadline for many of us is already bad enough because of our procrastination habit. But having multiple deadlines, like 3 deadlines by the end of the week, it could be feeling excruciating. And the problem with that is that when you try to focus on one of the things, try to meet one of the deadlines, you start to think about these other 2, and that is just not enough time. It's just all too much, and that's really weighing down on us, and we feel often like paralyzed. We can't work on any of them. And how did we even get ourselves into this kind of situations? Well, that happens. Like, nothing bad with you. It's not like a bad planning on your part. It's just sometimes we work on maybe 3 projects in parallel, moving them at their own pace. And at some point, they all suddenly require attention. There are intermediate deadlines to meet, or there are final deadlines to meet, and they all seem to fall on one week. Or sometimes it's your supervisor or your colleague or your boss who just pops this on you, like puts on you this additional deadline, not being aware that you have these other deadlines already on your plate. So here's the situation, and if it's familiar, I'm going to give you one strategy today that, again, we discussed it in my private coaching. I'm sharing with you all these best of the best things, and it worked wonderfully. So I want you to benefit from it. And by all means, if it speaks to you, reach out. And if you want to work closely with me, I'm here to help. All right? So here is a strategy for you. When you look at those 3 deadlines, just pick one just now, the one maybe that that you got just recently and it completely overwhelmed you, or the most difficult one. And I want you to look at it and realize that you don't have to do it. It might sound crazy just now, but I want you to look at it and I really feel like you don't have to do it. And the thing is that it's true. We just don't realize really, but we don't have to do it. No one is chaining you with physical chains or dragging you to do it. You have always the freedom of choice. And you can just simply decide that you are gonna not do it. You're gonna email to your supervisor and say, like, look, I have already these other 2 deadlines and I'm gonna focus on them, and I'm gonna not do it. I'm gonna postpone it. I'm gonna, ask him to, or ask her to postpone it for a week. And it's not necessarily gonna put you in a bad light. It actually can put you in a good light, because you're demonstrating your dedication to the things that you are doing. And most people will understand that it's very difficult to work on the 3 deadlines simultaneously. We are much better. We are more likely to produce better results if we focus on one thing, because we do produce better results if you have a single focus. So just allow that possibility that by emailing this and say that you're not doing it just now, you're postponing it, or you're asking to reschedule, you're not necessarily putting yourself in a bad light. And you actually might be putting yourself in a good light. So when you manage to give yourself this freedom that you don't have to do it and really feel it, I want you to take now next step is to look again at your deadline and just really see what comes up. What can come up is just you really now decide to postpone it and reschedule and just focus on your remaining 1 or 2 deadlines. Or something else surprising might come up is that you feel like, well, I don't have to do it, but I want to do it. So that freedom that we give ourselves produces amazing thing is called inspiration and actually willingness to do that. And I've observed it many times and I use it myself all the time. So that what happened to my private client this past week, that she had 3 deadlines and decided she doesn't have to do this one. That supervisor suggested that she do it by the end of the week. And when she did it, she looked at it and she's like, well, that's not a big deal. It was a 500-word assignment. And she just did that in one day, and she was really happy. And with this feeling, she was able to face these other 2 deadlines, and now she met all 3 deadlines. Okay, I hope that inspiring story. Your productivity for scientist assignment for this week is to look at your deadlines, pick one, and really realize you don't have to do it. You can postpone it, you can reschedule it, and it's not necessarily putting you in a bad light. It could put you in a good light. And then from that perspective, look at your deadline and see if you got that new freedom and energy to actually do it and meet all your 3 deadlines. All right, and share in the comments if it helped you, how it helped you, and what kind of deadlines you managed to meet. All the best for now, and I talk to you soon.